Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing? We are going to get started in about, let's see what time it is now. We are right on time. It's 11 o'clock now. Or 11 o'clock my time. So we're going to give everybody about 3 more minutes to log in and get connected because you know how it is sometimes with Zoom. So let's just give everybody a few minutes. And let's see, we've got Bill here, Deja, Jackie, Jen, Lindsay, Melanie, awesome. Stephanie, good to see everybody. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and flip to my slideshow real quick. And again, we're going to give everybody a couple of minutes. So in the meantime, I'm going to go let the dog out real quick because you know how that is. And then we'll get started in just a few minutes. All right, let's get started. How's everybody doing today? All right, so what I would like you to do is to go ahead and in the chat, let me know where you're calling in from. And I just want to make sure also that y'all can hear me, that you can see me, that everything is good to go. And I promise you this is going to be action-packed. We're going to just dive right in. There's not a whole lot of fluff. Like this is literally a workshop to show you exactly how to repurpose content for profit so that you can land clients today. So let's see, where's everybody from? From London, yay, Melanie. Janet is from Lafayette, girlfriend, right here in Baton Rouge. We're practically neighbors. That's awesome. In Ontario, nice. That's Jen calling in from Canada. Cheeto is also from Canada. Shawana is calling in from the Virgin Islands. Very nice. Girl, Janet, we got to get together. Like, seriously, you're not but like, what, hour and a half from me? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and switch to this slideshow because I do want to dive right in. Let me add a camera here so that y'all can actually see me, so that it's not just my boring, not boring, but you know what I'm saying. It's always nice to see who's talking. All right, so let's get started. So we're going to learn today how to repurpose content, which is super lucrative, makes a ton of money, and it's so easy to find clients because there's so many people looking for people like us to repurpose content for them. So, all right. At the end, I am going to share with you my toolkit, and just to be very transparent and honest, I spent a lot of time trying to get everything together so the toolkit does not look nice, and I will be making it into a PDF that looks nice with links and all that kind of stuff, but I will be sharing with you what I have. So it will look better. You'll get an email with the links and everything. Okay, so what I want you to do for this workshop, and again, this is going to be action packed. I don't plan on spending, hours and hours on this. I just really want to show you what works. So I want you to put down all the distractions, turn off your phone, get a notebook out, and remember that, like always, energy flows where attention goes. So the more attention that you give to this, the more you're going to get out of it. Oh, did I skip one? No. Yes, maybe. Yes, maybe. All right, so let's talk about how did I get here. So personally, I was interested in online marketing since the internet began, but I never really did anything with it. Like I started my first website back in the 90s. I started looking into using my tech skills and my nerdiness to start a business back in 2013. I got super serious about growing a business in 2014. By 2015, I was completely book solid and I was able to quit my 12-year career. So this is what I do for a living. This is how I make my money. I am a freelancer, primarily in tech and design, but I do all kinds of stuff for my clients because I like to be very valuable to them so that they keep paying me every month. So before I started my online business, I did work 12 years in the direct sales and marketing industry. I spent over a decade climbing the corporate ladder, and I had a wake-up call and decided to actually do something different. So that's how I got where I am today. I learned a ton about marketing in general, and I learned how sales really work, the psychology behind it, and I've used that knowledge to grow my freelance business. So one of the things that I learned in my 12 years in corporate is you need to sell what people are buying. And right now, people are buying content repurposing. So I'm selling it because it works. So in this training, we're going to learn how to repurpose content for profit. We're going to learn some free or low-cost options to streamline the process for you to make it easier. We're going to learn where to find high-paying clients and how to leverage content repurposing to land high-ticket clients. The dogs are starting to bark. It must be mealtime, so I apologize. I can't stop them from doing it. I do work from home, and having dogs is just part of it. So, secret number one, why is content repurposing so lucrative right now? Well, it's profitable, okay? Videos and podcasts are the easiest and most effective ways to reach the most amount of people. So that means that the clients that hire me, they are consistently either doing live videos, YouTube videos, podcasts, sometimes they're guests on other people's podcasts. So that's where they are, and they want to recycle that content. Now, Facebook, as we know, it prioritizes video content. So that means that they are going to be doing more Facebook videos. Video ads are the most profitable if you're running ads on Facebook. So that means that our clients are making more videos. And your clients' coaches, because anybody, like pretty much anybody I've worked with that is successful, they all have coaches, they all have mentors, and all of the mentors are telling them you need to do more videos. You need to be live more often. You need to be on more podcasts. And that gives us more opportunities to work for people. And it's been shown that videos and podcasts are the easiest way to connect with audiences. So that's why they're doing it. That's why there's so much video content and audio content to repurpose. So, secret number two, smart and profitable entrepreneurs, they're going to leverage their time. Okay. So that means if they do something once, they want to be able to maximize those efforts. So they know that their time is best spent creating more content, being on more podcasts, being doing more live videos, doing being a guest speaker in other people's Facebook groups. And by using the content that they already have, they're able to reach more people without any additional effort on their part, except for hiring us, of course. And they do rely on people like us to help them so that they can focus on creating more content for us to repurpose. Now, the thing about this, and this is true right now, I don't know how long this wave will last. It could be a year, it could be 5 years. But right now, you are never, ever, ever going to run out of content to repurpose. They are creating content all the time for us. So the good thing about content repurposing is that it's easy to do, okay? This does not take a huge amount of skill. It doesn't take, you don't have to be like super techie. And wherever you are, whatever your skill set is, you can adapt it to content repurposing. Abby's here. Hi, Abby. So even if you're brand spanking new, even if you don't have any clients right now, this is something that you can learn. You can do it right now. You can literally grab something off of YouTube and start today. Okay. Now you want to streamline your process. This is why people hire us. If it were, an automatic one-click thing, then your clients wouldn't need you. They could just do it themselves. But in general, there are 4 steps you're going to take to repurpose your client's content. Number 1, you need to capture the original content, whether it's video or audio, okay? I'm going to share with you the tools that I use to do that. It's free in general. Number 2, you're going to transcribe the content using free software. And that means taking the audio or the video and making it into a text. Then you're going to rework the content. And depending on what you do for your clients, that may be different for you. So it may be creating blog posts. It may be creating social media posts. It may be actually like editing the original content down to a smaller size. So if there's like a 1-hour podcast, you might take 2 or 3 minutes of that and repurpose that, rework that. And then you're going to deliver it to the client. And then you wash, rinse, and repeat and do this over and over again. So step 1 is video. Now, to capture your video, there's a few tools that you can use. Both of these are free. One is facebookdownloader.net. Another one is downloadvideosfrom.com, and they have one for Instagram. For audio, most podcasts, actually, you can download it directly from the podcast software, and others you might need to use the page source. So I'm going to share my screen to show you exactly what that looks like. So let's go to facebookdownloader.net first, and we'll take a look at that. So let me switch to yes, okay, sorry. All right, so this is facebookdownloader.net, and all you do is you literally put in the Facebook URL that you want to download. So I'm just going to go to Facebook real quick and find a live video. I know for a fact that one of my clients is doing a workshop today. So let's see if we can find, here we go. This is one of my clients, and she is doing a live video. Or is she still live now? So you're going to literally just go to this live video.
Hello and welcome. Welcome.
So I'm going to copy the link, paste it into here, and it's not working. Let's see. Show video URL. Copy and paste. Well, it's not doing it now. Maybe it's because I'm sharing my screen. Why is it not working? This is what I use all the time. Nope, it's not letting me on that one. So maybe it's because it's inside of a group. So that's one way. But in general, this works. Of course, it's not going to work whenever I am sharing my screen and trying to show people how it works. Let's see if we can find somebody else. Of course, I have my things turned on. Another way that you can do it also, let me just show you another tool that I also use. Is called Screencast-O-Matic. And this actually just records your screen. So if, for whatever reason, the Facebook thing is not helping, you can sign up for Screencast-O-Matic, and it will literally record whatever's on your screen, okay? So you hit record, let's see, log in, and no, I don't want to. So then you hit launch recorder, and it's going to record whatever's on your screen. So you're going to go to that video, and literally, I don't need to download it, I already have it. You're literally just going to hit play on the Facebook video, and this program right here, which is free, will record it for you. Okay, so that's step one, is to capture the original content. So again, whether you're using Facebook downloader.net, which usually works, which is not right now, or download videos from .com/Instagram, it works the same way. You put in the URL and it records it for you. Whether you're using the podcast host to directly download the audio, or if you're using the page source. So let me share my screen one more time so that we can go to a podcast. I'm just going to use Inbox Besties because that is one of my clients. And so this is what I actually use for her, is you just go to the podcast and find you an episode that you're going to be reworking. Click on that. And in general, you can download it right there. See where there's a download button, and you literally just download the audio. Bam. Or if for whatever reason that's not working, you can also right click, view page source, and then look for the MP3 right there. And then if you copy that MP3 or go to that actual URL, it will bring you to the video, the audio, and then you just click download. So again, you can either do this from the actual podcast hosting, or you can do this just by capturing the MP3 from the page source. Now, I know that I'm kind of going fast, but again, like I said at the beginning of this workshop, I'm not going to, I don't want to take too much time. I just want to show you how to do this. And you can always, Google like how to, find page source, or you can watch the replay and then you can, pause when you need to. All right, next. What I use to transcribe in general is a program called otter.ai. You can upload limited amounts of audio for free, so directly from your computer, or you can actually transcribe in real time up to 600 minutes free every month. So I really don't remember what the upload limit is. I want to say it might be 3 audio files that you can upload for free. But what I usually do, I'm going to show you my process. And it's kind of ghetto or whatever, but like this is what works for me. Open up otter.ai and I hit record. So you can't import or whatever. I have 0 imports left. So this is what I do. I hit record. It's going to start a new note, and it's literally going to listen to whatever you're saying. So what I do is I will play my source audio. Let me make sure that I'm sharing my screen. Yes. Okay, so I will play my source audio. So if it's a YouTube video or a Facebook video or whatever, I will literally hit play, turn up the volume, and then walk away. So I might set a timer on my phone. If I know that the episode is 10 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever, I'll set a timer on my phone, hit play, walk out of the room so that Otter can not hear me like, piddling around in my office or whatever. And then I just come right back to Otter, and whenever it's done, and then it's ready to go. So you're watching this in real time. It's recording me, and it's not going to be 100% accurate, but that's okay. So once you're done, you're going to hit stop, and it's going to say note is processing. Once it processes, it usually takes about 5 minutes, then you're going to have a file that looks like this, right? And this is from whatever the last project I did. It actually gives you keywords right here in the program. You're going to click that and export text. Now I usually just go to a clipboard and then I put it onto Google, like a Google Doc, to work with it there. Now this source text is not going to be, you're going to definitely have to work with this, okay? So this is not, you're not done, but this really helps you streamline the process. It helps it go a whole lot faster when you're editing, especially for blog posts, because you can use this source text as almost like an outline. And then usually I'll listen to the source content again if I'm making a blog post from a podcast or from a live video. And this just gives me a really a good head start. So this saves me like literally probably an hour to even 2 hours of my time when I'm repurposing content. And again, like this is literally, I do this for a living. Like this is not theory. This is how I do things. Kate Doster, yes. What's the name of the podcast website she's on? Kate uses Podbean. Lindsay, yay! Lindsay knows Kate. Awesome. No one's able to read my slides. That sucks. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't see these comments, but it's not sharing except for my. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm reading contents. Could anybody? I don't know what to do to make this. Let's see. Settings. Let's try that and see if that's better. Does that help? Does that help the, is it any clearer now? Yay, okay, everybody can see clearly now. Beautiful. All right, so again, I use Otter to help me transcribe, and then I use that as a jumping off point. Alternatively, you can also use YouTube. So this is really good if your source content is a YouTube video. YouTube will actually transcribe it for you, and you can use their captions. So it's going to save you a step, okay? And let me show you how that works. Actually, let's see. Let me find a YouTube video first, because no telling what's going to come up. And YouTube is really, really weird about content. So let's see. Mini margaritas. Let's do that one.
Hey, my name is Rob.
Okay, I'm gonna get past the ads. Give me 5 seconds.
And this Friday, we want to build your entire funnel for you live.
Okay. That was loud. All right, let me to this one. Okay, so we're making mini margaritas here. Let me see if y'all can see my screen. All right, so on every video, you click on these 3 little things, these 3 little buttons. You can click Open Transcript, and it's going to give you the transcript right there. Now, there's 3 more little things. You're going to toggle the timestamps to turn them off if you want to. Then you just copy and paste into your Google document, and you're good to go. So I usually, let's see, stop Google. I can show you the last one that I did. I do, again, like I said, Kate's podcasts, and turn them into blog posts. So here is an example. I guess I already deleted all this source content. I will literally just paste the source content at the bottom and use that as a jumping off point to make sense, to make a blog post out of it. Okay, so next, again, like it says at the bottom, none of this is perfect, so you will have to edit it as you go. The next thing that I do is I use wordcounter.net for the text once it's completed and worked into, once the transcription is complete. And this helps you find keywords for SEO. It helps you find the word, the subject matter. It really just helps you dive deeper into it. That way you can find your conversation starters. You can have you can create webinar outlines. Really the possibilities are endless when it comes to how to rework the content. It just depends on the client. They may need social media posts. They may need blog posts. They may need, content for emails. They might want to turn that live video into a webinar, or into a workshop series, or even into an email series. So if they're talking for an hour about something in particular, and there's 5 steps to what they're talking about in their podcast or in their YouTube, that's a really good framework to create an email series out of. Okay, and your client is already going to know like how they want you to repurpose this content. Okay, so by bringing more ideas to the table, that's going to actually help you make more money because you're able to charge more, and is your clients are going to be thankful because you're going to show them more ways to maximize their content. All right, so if you're going to do graphics, I love Canva when you're just getting started, or if you're not like, of course, I personally use Photoshop more than anything, but I have a lot of clients who prefer Canva, and it's a really good place to start. And actually, I use Canva as inspiration. Personally, I don't like to use the interface, but that's just me because I've been using Photoshop forever. Canva is actually harder for me, but I do look at their templates for inspiration. So I'm going to share my screen again, and we're going to go over to Canva so I can show you some of the templates that they have, and they're super easy to use. I just want to log in. I don't need to sign up. So log into Canva. It's easy. I don't want to, whatever. And then you're just going to go to the social media right here. So it's going to ask you, like, what kind of social media do you want to do? We even have animations now, which is a lot of fun. You can see some of the designs that I've done here. But anyway, we're going to go to, let's do an Instagram post. So you already have your text, right? You've used Otter or YouTube to make the transcripts. You've used wordcounter.net. This is from the last one that I did. It'll literally tell you like your word count, your keyword density, all that kind of good stuff. Then you're going to pull out a couple of quotes. So let me show you actually from Asha. One of the ones that I've done for her, just so you can have a good idea of what this looks like when you're done. And here we go. So this is from another client. This came from a podcast episode again. So this is the blog post from that podcast episode. Here's some quotes that she said during the podcast. So like this, she was talking about the lockdown and how this is an opportunity to make a lifelong shift, how chaos is a time of change and transformation, and we have a real opportunity to recreate the way our life looks and feels, and we can do it now. So these are 3 quotes that I got from her original podcast. So I would take these quotes and use some of these Canva templates to create a post. So you can see that all of these templates in Canva. Let me double check that we're sharing the right screen. Okay, yes. And is there any? Okay, just double check in the comments. So use any of the Instagram templates that you like. There's so many of them to choose from. It's going to depend on your client and their type of branding. But let's see, maybe you want, I think this, there we go. I like this. I like this. Let's just use this one. And let's see, what was Asha's quote? This is an opportunity to make a lifelong shift. So I want to that and bam, put that right there. Oops. Pull that down. Like these are just a really good starting point. So let's say I want to choose a different picture for that. So let's see. That's fine. Elements, right? Again, this is not my favorite thing to use, but it really works really well. So let's find something pretty that matches kind of her dealio, Let's try a laptop. So I'm looking in the stock photos. Let's, that one's pro. We're going to use the free stuff. If you see a crown on here, that means that it's not free. So I just like to use whatever's free. And then right here, I might put her logo. So you can upload, your own logo, whatever, and see different ones from different clients that I've had. Let's go with It's not the same client, but whatever. Maybe put his logo right here. And you can change the color on this. Nope, I guess I can't. Can I? That just changes the transparency. Maybe change the background color to, I don't know, let's say gray instead of tan, blue, whatever you want to do. There. And of course, this is not looking that great, but this is the general way to do it. So you just take any template that you like and edit it. Really easy. Once you're done with your design, then you just click download. You want to download it as a JPEG, okay, not as a PNG. Even though it says high quality image, I don't know why, but Canva's PNG files are terrible. All right, so that is how I do that with Canva or with whatever graphic design software you prefer. I prefer Photoshop, but I'm telling you, I totally creep Canva for inspiration on ideas. Totally, always, because they have really good ideas. Okay, next. So for video, if you're going to rework a video, you can use a video editing software to create snippets of video. Now, if you're not a video editor, obviously you're not going to offer this. If this is not in your wheelhouse, that's okay. But if it is, of course, there's so many different video editing softwares to choose from. I use Premiere Pro, which is an Adobe product. There's even a free video editor called openshot.org that works very similarly to Premiere Pro. And there's tons of tutorials on YouTube on how to use it. So what you can do is take a small snippet of video and then brand it or whatever, put their logo on it, and then make it pretty for them. So let me see if I can go back to my, here we go. I'll show you, let's go to Asha's Dropbox. I can show you an example of this. So for Asha, she does actually a lot of guest posting on other people's stuff. So Asha, I think it's gonna be in this folder. Videos. Okay, so here's one example. Here we go. So I just put the little, her logo here at the bottom and just her name. That's it. Easy greasy, but she pays me to do it. Another one for Asha. Let's see, podcasts. I've been working with her for so long. I get lost in her stuff. That's fine. Okay, so here's another example. The raw video for this was so ugly, so ugly. Really, I think it was a Zoom actually. And so I just took each of their Zoom windows, reworked it, put the logo, et cetera, et cetera. That's another way to repurpose content. And again, if this is not in your wheelhouse, this isn't your thing. That's okay. I'm just showing you what that looks like for video. All right, next. Get a step of this. Audio. I use headliner.app. It's free for 10 videos a month. I do have to pay subscription because I use this for almost all of my clients. And it's great for sharing snippets of podcasts to Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. So I'm going to share my screen again and show you what that looks like. So for Asha, for this blog post, started out as a podcast, turned into a blog post. Here's her quotes. And then here's what they call audiograms. And so what this is I've used Headliner to take snippets of her podcast and turn them into mini little videos. So it's audio to video. So here we go.
If we rush back into the known, the way.
So that's one of them. Let's see. Let's do another one just to show you what it looks like at the back end.
Before you rush back, before you start getting back into the grind,
So she uses these to post to her Instagram. So if I go to Headliner, I'll show you how that works. Super easy. So you just log in, and again, it's free up to 10 videos a month. you're going to go to Audiogram Wizard, choose your file. Let's go to Asha, I guess. Finance. Asha. Audio clips. So let's just say I use that one. And then right here within the program, you're able to shorten it to whatever you want. Then you just you can choose a template. Now, of course, Asha has a custom template, but you can usually literally use one of theirs, change this picture out. This is even animated. It looks really cool. And then once you're done, you just click export video and then you save it. So that's that. All right. And then you're going to deliver it to the client. Now, as you can see with all the screen sharing that I've done, you can use Dropbox, which I usually use, or Google Drive. Both of them are free up to a certain amount of content. You can delete the files after 30 days. You can just let your clients know, like, hey, this link is valid for the next 30 days, so that way they have to download it, and that way you don't need to upgrade your subscription to a paid subscription. And I'm trying to give you guys all free or low cost options, because I know how it is when you're first getting started and cash flow can be kind of tight, or you don't want to spend a whole lot of money on all this software before you know for sure that you're going to be able to make money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing, like, once you're making money, to say, okay, like, I'm making money, I'm going to invest, I'm going to go ahead and get the software. But until you're making money, it doesn't make sense to spend a lot of money on software if you don't need to. So that's why I'm showing you all of these free or low cost options. So let your clients know if you need to. This link is only valid for 30 days. After that, it will be deleted. You can always upgrade your storage for later. Now, I do pay for Dropbox storage. I do pay for Google Drive storage. Most of the programs I've shown you, I have upgraded to the paid option, except for Otter, because there's no need for it. But again, make money before you spend money as much as possible. So the good thing is you only need 4 to 5 clients to make $5,000 a month or more repurposing content. So people are hiring for this all the time. You just have to know where to find them. And I find my best clients in Facebook groups. Now, there are millions of content creators. Okay, they're all over the world. So no matter what language you speak, no matter what country you live in, there's people right around you who need help with this. Or like Asha, my client, she lives in Norway. Okay, they don't have to live close by. They don't have to be even speaking your same language. If you can speak the other language, if you're bilingual, then it doesn't have to be your native language. If you are able to speak another language, like Asha speaks Dutch and English, and I take care of her English stuff. I don't speak Dutch. I'm learning it, but I don't speak it. But you can find at least 4 to 5 people, I am sure, out of all the people who are hiring for this right now. So in Facebook groups, that is where I find most of my clients. You want to join Facebook groups that are centered around podcasters, coaches, speakers, authors, and any experts in your niche. And I left off of this. I also highly recommend Facebook groups that help people learn how to be effective speakers, be effective on video. So there are Facebook groups that are dedicated just to helping people be better live streamers. Okay, so it's like live stream Dutch, podcasting, or whatever. So look for Facebook groups like that. I joined after step 3. So we're going to have a replay that goes out. So if you did join late, I will be sending you the replay so that you're able to watch from the beginning. So I want to show you exactly how I find clients in Facebook groups. Let me go to Facebook again. And one of my favorite groups is called Freelancing Females. I find many clients there, and it's also just a really great group just to be part of. There's 44,000 members in here. So if you search the group, let me make sure that I'm sharing my screen. Just yes, okay. So if you search the group for repurpose content and go by most recent, it's gonna just take a second. Yesterday, I'm looking for a photographer. Nope, paid ads. I need someone to manage my content. I have so many pictures. Nope. I'm looking for a partner to partner with online to provide strategic course structure, flow, content, materials. Looking for a blog writer that can write on various topics. This might be good. Nope, okay, that's not repurposing content. And this is like literally how I do it. Looking for reliable spill work with the potential. Here we go. Copywriters, WordPress expert, Shopify, WordPress. Okay. Not there. I should have had some of these already pulled up, but again, you can always find someone, especially if they're looking for social media managers, people who are pocketless. Find another one, which is Boss Moms. Also love that one. One of my favorite groups. 52,000 members. Most recent. Here we go. Somebody's looking for a great copywriter who can capture her voice. There you go. I'm looking for someone who does social media posts and content creation. There you go. You can take what they're already doing and turn it into content. I'm not seeing anything else right here, but I'm telling you, I see. Do you have a content repurposing system in place? Tell me about them. Bam. Yes, I do. And I do this for my clients. All right. So that's how you find the clients. That's what I use all the time for I just use Facebook groups. That's how I find my clients all the time. Why? Because it works. So again, use the search bar in the Facebook groups for content repurposing, recycle content, etc., etc. And when it comes to pricing, as a general rule, you're going to multiply the source content by 3 to estimate how long this is going to take you. So a 30-minute podcast or a video is going to take you about an hour and a half. An hour-long podcast is going to take you, or original source content is going to take you about 3 hours. And depending on how you're repurposing your client's content, you may find that it's more or less. So if you're only making a blog post, for example, then that's all that you're doing. Then it's not going to take as long as if you're doing the blog post and you're finding quotes and you're doing social media graphics and you're finding conversation starters and you're taking the video and making the audio snippets with headliners. So like the more stuff that you can do with the content, the longer it's going to take, but then also the more that you can charge. So, your pricing is your pricing, and this is not a pricing workshop, but whatever it is that your hourly rate is, or, you have a general idea of what you want to charge. Just as a general rule, whatever the source content is, multiply that by 3, okay? So if you're already at $25 an hour, then you know that if it's going to take you 3 hours to do it, then that's going to be a $75 job or so. And again, you have to know your own prices. I can't help you with that right now. We'll have a whole different pricing workshop, but the more value you bring to the table, the more you can charge. The longer you've been doing this and the faster it gets for you, the more money you're going to make doing this. All right, so let's summarize. We're just about finished. What time is it? 15 till. I want to try to keep this under an hour, so I think we're going to do that. So in summary, content repurposing is one of the easiest ways to get clients now. You don't have to have experience to get started, okay? I just showed you exactly how to do it. If you want to, find a live stream or find a podcast or find a YouTube video and practice a couple of times. But really, it's easy and you can learn as you go, okay? Most of the tools you need are free or low cost. Millions of people are hiring for this right now, and it's a great way to get new clients. And once you get this client, so if you're a copywriter and you can repurpose this content into, say, a blog post or social media posts, it gets your foot in the door. And then you can say, hey, I can also help you, write your sales page, or, write a webinar for you, or whatever else that you can do. If you're a graphic designer and you take the source content and you make some graphics with that content, and you can say, hey, I can also help you with your Facebook ad graphics, or, with your website graphics. If you're a virtual assistant, you see what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you do, you can customize this to put your foot in the door and get more work out of your clients. I'm telling you, it's so easy to find clients doing this. All you have to do is raise your hand in the group. You don't have to do anything special. So now I'm going to open it up to Q&A. Does anybody have any questions? Awesome. Thank you, Shawana and Deja. If you have any questions, now's the time. We've got, sorry, the dog's gonna bark. We've got roughly 10 minutes for questions. And if no one has questions, then we're good to go. If you are, while y'all are maybe thinking of some questions, I do want to let you know that I do have a coaching program available. It's called Break Up with My Boss. So I'm going to share my screen here and just to show you. And this is not a big pitch. It's breakupwithmyboss.com/BUWMB. And you can read all about how the coaching program works right here. If you're interested in learning more, or you just want to have a call with me, all the way down to the bottom, you're going to click right here. Hang on, give me a second while the dogs are barking. They'll be quiet in a minute. You're gonna go all the way down here and click the call. So that's all you need to do. And then you'll book a call with me and we'll get started from there. But other than that, let me go back to here and see if we have any questions. So I am going to send the recording. Let me go ahead and type this in. Break up with my boss.com. And this goes to everyone. There we go. Carol is asking, is repurposing content a phrase that people are familiar with? If you are active in Facebook groups, which I highly recommend that you do, you'll see how people say it. So they might say content recycling. They might say whatever, I'm trying to think of other ways that they say it. But in general, I think recycling or repurposing content is probably the norm. I would recommend actually listening to or watching webinars that are geared towards your ideal clients. So most of my clients are coaches and speakers. So I might find a webinar that's designed for them on how they can repurpose content. So you'll find those and watch it and see what language the gurus use. That's what I would do. So people who talk about this a lot are Russell Brunson. So let's see if I can find, we're gonna do this on the fly. Come on, let me share my screen again. We're gonna do this in real time right now and go to repurpose content workshop. And we'll see what we can find. The ultimate guide to the buffer. I like to, some of these, coach, there we go, Neil Patel. So Neil Patel is talking about this. I promise you he's got a workshop or something around this or a video around this. So just see how he talks about it. The same goes for Russell Brunson. He's one that definitely advocates doing this. So again, however the people who teach your clients, here we go. 3 steps driving more website traffic by repurposing content. Use old content. So I would just literally watch this video and use the words that he is using, if that makes sense. Okay, let me find my window again. There we go. All right, so let's see, are there any other content? Great tip. Okay, awesome. Anybody else have any questions? Are y'all good to go? Thank you everybody for showing up live. I really appreciate it. As soon as this is done, I will upload everything to a website and make the replay available. I'll upload it to YouTube and make the replay available and send an email. And again, I told you I was going to share with you my list, my toolkit. I'm telling you, this is it's not cute right now. I was literally this. I'm just going to share with you my live, my Google Doc with my notes, okay? And I'm going to turn this into a PDF that is going to go out with the replay. So it's not going to take me long to make it into a PDF. But if you want to jump on this right now, let's see. Oh, they changed copy link. I don't want to be restricted. Anyone with a link can view. Okay. So I'm going to put this right here in the chat so that you can grab this right now. And again, like I said, I'm going to make it pretty for the replay so that way you can download a nice PDF. It'll be linked and all that kind of stuff. But that's literally like, this is what I'm working with. All right. So any more questions? And if not, then we're going to go ahead and finish up. Give you all a couple more minutes. Thank you again, like I said, for showing up. And if you're not already in my Facebook group, let me share that link with you because I love my Facebook group. I know, like I was going to say, I know I have not shared a whole lot in the group lately. I'm going to tell you what, this whole coronavirus, what are your words for a beginner? This whole coronavirus thing has me so booked up. Like seriously, my clients are putting out some content. They need me. What are your words for a beginner? I would just use a thesaurus, right? So my favorite thesaurus is called Power Thesaurus. Actually, in that link document that I just shared, Power Thesaurus is amazing. So it's not academic. It like uses words that people actually use. So find what words your people are using. Again, my ideal clients are coaches, are speakers, are authors, and podcasters. They use the words content repurposing. Your ideal audience might not. But again, if you listen to the podcasts or the YouTube videos or the webinars that your clients listen to, like their coaches, okay, use those words. And again, every good client I've ever had has a coach. So find out who those coaches are and listen to their free content around content repurposing and use their words. All right, we are done. Thank you again, everybody, and expect the replay within the next 24 hours. I'll see you later. Bye.